you can clear something up here when it comes to the question of 2024. The Vice President did an interview with the Wall Street Journal, and she was asked if she assumed that Biden would run again. And she didn't say yes. She just said that the two of them hadn't talked about it. Of course, you all and the President himself has said that he does plan to seek re-election. So what's the disconnect here? Why?
Oh, I mean, I can't speak to a conversation that the Vice President and the President has. I could only say and reiterate what Jen has said and what the President has said himself, that he is planning to run for re-election in 2024. I don't have any more to add.
But just to be clear, when the President says he plans to run again, he means with Harris on the ticket?
Yes, he does. There's no change. Yes. Yes. Go ahead.
Karine, can you give us a sense of where the White House sees Build Back Better right now? Do you expect to get any more progress before the end of this year, or is it likely now, from your perspective as well, to be done in 2022?
As you know, we love process questions here. Let's see.
Glad to provide.
So, look, there are a number of conversations happening behind the scenes, and I'm just not going to I'm not in a position to give you an update or to get ahead of what the process is going to be here today. What I can reiterate how important getting Build Back Better done. This is a priority for the President to lower cost again for Americans, as I just listed out: child care, elder care, prescription drugs, universal pre-K. All of these things are highly critical to American families, and that's what they want us to see us do, is to deliver, and that's going to be our focus.
And then one more on COVID. The variant is raging, deaths and cases are up in this country and worldwide. The President unveiled his winter plan a few weeks ago. Broadly, given where the cases are right now, does the White House feel that its strategy is working?
So we know that the tools that we have in place is indeed works, right? And the President, what he did with his winter plan that he put out a couple of weeks ago is just to build on that, build on what we know works. So our commitment, just to lay out a little bit here, is to sharing information transparently and as expeditiously as we can. We also want to make the most important thing clear, and we must all, in this moment of the pandemic, we both know and have the tools, as I just mentioned, we need to protect us, different than any other points of this pandemic. If you think about where we were a year ago, we had less than 1% of the population that was fully vaccinated. Now we have 71% of the American public that's fully vaccinated. So we are in a different place than we were before, and that's because what we know is working, what the tools that we have, we know are working. So the most important and encouraging news we have is that vaccines, in particular, boosters, we know protect us. And thanks to the President, they are widely available. So yesterday, Dr. Fauci told the American public that the existing vaccines are optimal for our protection against Omicron, so we need to get everyone who is vaccinated now boosted. We've made them readily available. They're free. And through the winter plan, as I just mentioned, we have AARP doing extensive outreach to our most vulnerable, pharmacies doing proactive outreach and expanding availability, and have a continued ramp up paid media campaign driving Americans to their boosters. We also know it's critical Americans not lose sight of masking indoors, where CDC recommends this. We've been clear that we must follow this simple measure we know helps to stop the spread. And beyond vaccine effectiveness, we're looking at transmittable severity. We know vaccines and, importantly, boosters are critical, as Dr. Fauci also messaged. So we also know this is more transmittable variant, the Omicron, and so we have to do everything that we can to get people vaccinated quickly and get boosted, and also boosted as quickly as we can. So we're just going to continue pushing forward the plan, the tools that work to get Americans vaccinated and boosted. Go ahead, Dan.